Hello Internet, welcome to another League of Legends patch video on PCGamesN. I am Ben Barrett, this time joined by new boy Ali Jones, who is a League of Legends expert. He is definitely master rank, I would say.
Oh,
you're up there.
Almost above.
Yeah.
You know,
Like he would be playing in the LCS, but he'd rather work for us.
Pretty much. I'm almost too good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why he has to kind of tone it down. Yeah, we're going to go through League of Legends patch 7.17, which is currently on the PTR. Kick it off with Ornn, the fire below the mountain. Who the hell is this?
So Ornn is like Volibear's brother.
Okay.
New champion.
Like him so far.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird backstory whereby he decided to wrestle the earth for 7 days.
Okay.
And build a like big old forge above himself and hide away. And he builds stuff.
Okay. Nice.
So his passive is kind of cool because it lets him build anywhere on the map, so he doesn't have to go back to the shop.
Okay, so he can buy items wherever he is. Okay.
So he spends his gold. I think you can't be interrupted while you're doing it, so he has to kind of hide behind his turret or go into the jungle.
Okay, so it's not quite just you're in the middle of a fight and now you have an infinity edge.
Yeah, you can't sit in the middle of the lane and bash away at your forge and grab that. Also, though, the other element of that passive is that his teammates can buy upgraded versions of certain items. Okay. So they can spend either 1,000 gold or 500 gold if it's a support item to boost their previously existing items. So Infinity Edge gets a change, Raven of Death Cap gets a change, Locket of the Island Solari. Okay. And I think there are 8 in total. Sure,
yeah, we got a full list of them and like all the different changes and how much they cost and all the rest of it in the full post. But the idea is, right, that he's like a top laner, but rather than him just chilling out in top lane for the whole game, and maybe he's won his lane, maybe he hasn't, nobody really cares, he's actually working with his team, even if it is through these items and that sort of thing.
So I mean, he's kind of dressed up as this big kind of solo grumpy git type guy who doesn't like hanging out with anybody else.
I like it.
But that's not really how he seems to work. He's got 3 knockups, so obviously that synergizes really heavily with Yasuo. He's got his Q like summons terrain, so it works with Poppy and Vayne. Obviously he's got his whole passive thing going on. Yeah. He's also got Brittle, which is like a new debuff that's introduced just for him, whereby that adds 30% to any CC.
Okay, so you're like stunned for longer. Or
yeah, so you're stunned for 30% longer and you take extra damage.
Oh, wow.
So obviously that doesn't really work for him because none of his CC is like guaranteed.
Okay.
It's a lot of kind of skill shots and timing based stuff, but if he can work with somebody else to get that skill shot off.
Right, sure. So if your team is like him and then a Poppy and then a Yasuo or whatever, like you've got a lot of different synergies there.
And then Brittle is going to smash through that, bring up all the CC, pin people down for longer.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So that is Ornn.
That's Ornn.
So as it's patched, of course, that means there's also balance changes. Yep. What's being hit this time? They're still doing smaller ones.
Smaller changes. Yeah. So there's no big buffs or nerfs. Actually, there's kind of changes across everything. So some people are getting buffed, some people are getting nerfed. There's no particular focus on any one group of champions. Malphite's getting quite a big change as things currently stand, but obviously that's subject to change because it's PBE. Yeah. And they've literally revoked the changes they were going to make to Janna and Vayne just this morning.
Oh wow, really? Okay, yeah.
Draven is currently in line for a bit of a nerf to his passive, which would just stop him completely rolling over you in the mid game. What else is changing? It's basically just a slight tidy up. Yeah, so he's getting a change, Zed's getting a change, but it's nothing massive and it's not kind of great sweeping change across the whole class.
They haven't said what they're doing with Ornn in regards to the world's stuff, right?
No, it's really odd.
Because they said they were not going to do anything, nothing big coming, and then they're like, here's a whole new champion that works in this really... Like, he sounds really, really powerful to me, based on what you were saying. I guess they're going to disable him.
I would guess that, but at the same time, there's no guarantee.
Obviously, they'll want people to play the new character.
Yeah,
maybe that's the one big change that they will make, and then everything else will...
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I just mean, you know, if you chuck 30 extra damage onto an Infinity Edge and give it to a Draven, that could be pretty...
Sounds quite powerful.
Pretty imbalanced, yeah, so we'll see how that works.
So, and they've also spoken a little bit more about the larger changes that are coming down the line, but those are all post-world.
Yeah, so as before, there's a big pre-season patch coming at 7.24 and 8.0.
Yeah, that
if I remember correctly.
There's
a few changes coming before that, so they'll settle onto the Worlds patch, 7.18, and then there'll be patches 7.19 through 7.21 or 22 before World actually happens. Yeah. So changes in that will include changes to Vayne, Taric, Janna, Udyr, Evelynn, Azir. There's a big swathe of champions. That
and we're expecting all of that 719 through 723.
I think so,
and then 724 will be the Runes Reforged stuff, which we also put a new thing up on the site recently. If you want to check that out, it's like everything that we know so far, which apparently is quite a lot, it turns out, while also not knowing very much. And then finally, there is like an item change in this build.
There's the
right?
one item change, which is Ardent Sensor, which is a support item that buffs AD carries towards the late game. It's not a massive change. It's kind of changing the amount they can drain on hit, but obviously it has an impact on supports and on the AD carries that they might buy it for. So it could potentially be quite a big change, despite being quite a small numbers tweak.
Sweet. Finally, on skins, it's a new patch, which means we get more cosmetics. They're bringing back the Star Guardians.
They are bringing back the Star Guardians, so there are 7 skins, I think, coming out this patch.
Okay, jeez.
So there's 5 Star Guardian skins, which are Ahri, Ezreal, Syndra, Soroka, and Misfortune.
Nailed it.
Adding to Lux, Jinx, Lulu, Poppy, and Janna from last time around.
Nice.
So that was last year.
That means you can have a full 5v5.
You could have a full 5v5.
Would those teams be any good?
They would be terrible.
They'd be really bad teams.
Awful. The winner would be Star Guardian Poppy, just because tanks. So they're all coming with their own game mode.
Yes, right. Invasion. Right?
They're bringing in Invasion, which is completely unique, to be honest. They're bringing in 4 new maps to go with it. You can play as any of the 10 Star Guardians. And it's kind of, and there are like a bunch of different game modes attached to it. So there's a defense, there's a kind of capture the flag type thing, there's an all-out survival.
Okay.
And it brings in some scary monsters, mostly like Rift monsters, so Cho'Gath, Vel'Koz, Kog'Maw, etc.
Okay, cool. So they've pulled that from the other champion.
Yeah, exactly. So
presumably that's all versus AI, right? It's like a PvE
so
thing?
it's a PvE thing. So they've got that coming in, with, as I say, with its own map, with its own music, which is quite a big deal for a.
It's the biggest thing I can remember them adding since we started. So I started doing these like a year and a half ago. I started really super paying attention to the LoL patches. This sounds a lot bigger than like the Blood Hunt thing, like the Blood Moon thing, or anything they did around Arcade or anything. So, you know, do check that out. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it will be cool. The biggest one they did before that was Doombots of Doom, which was the one with the enormous Teemo, which was terrifying. But it was a lot of fun. So these are genuinely like good game modes to check out.
Yeah, they seem to do a pretty good job normally. Right, so then there's Lord Ornn skin.
It's Thunderlord Ornn, which is just the bundle skin that they always chuck in. It should be cool, but it's nothing too fancy.
And then a new version of Pax Severe, which is like one of the rarest skins in the game.
Yeah,
I think like the codes were going for like $300 or something. Like like it was like a year ago. I don't know what they were at now.
Old Pax Severe and old Pax Twisted Fate were ridiculously rare. They came from like the first year of League of Legends, the first time they went to PAX.
Yeah, and like nobody cared about League back then. Like,
pretty much.
You know, it was a small store. All that
so
sort of
Neo Pax Severe is just basically a recolor of old Pax Severe, but she'll be available either through PAX, which they haven't really talked about much.
Presumably you just go and you they give you a code or you win one or something.
Pretty much. And through Hextech Crafting, so much the same way that Soulstealer Vayne, or to Hextech Annie are available. You get 10.
Both of those are pretty sweet, right?
Hextech Annie's awesome. Soulstealer Vayne, not bad.
It's like fine, yeah.
So it's mostly though for the rarity. I don't think it's not necessarily the same level as Hextech Annie.
Yeah,
but it's a cool skin.
It's cool. Yeah, you can get that's like for the next year, right? So it's kind of presumed that they might bring another one in next year, like at next PAX or whatever.
They probably will do.
Probably a new version of Twisted Fate. Okay, cool. That is everything from 7.17. Please do join us in 2 weeks when we'll bring you 7.18, which will be the last. That will be the actual Worlds patch, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be probably quite small, maybe some cosmetic stuff or whatever. And then the one after that, expect some pretty big changes to start kicking off. And obviously, as we lead into December and January next year, there is 8.0 on the way, which seems like it's basically going to be LoL 2. Like, they're changing so many key elements of the game.
Yep.
Do join us for that. Also, hit up the channel over the next week for all the normal stuff. Next week, we've got Gamescom. Our usual stuff will be postponed or put to the side slightly while we bring you lots of stuff from there. Expect interviews, vlogs, anything else that we can get the team to do while they're out there. I, thankfully, will not be there enduring the hell, but you can expect plenty of stuff from Alice, Kieran, and everyone else who's on the way. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye-bye.